And welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of what if Naruto ate a devil fruit, the Mera Mera or Flame fruit. I'm going to stick with Mera Mera. Flame fruit, for a guy who's got a very mild speech impediment that you don't normally hear, is very, very difficult. I don't actually have a true speech impediment, but I did have language issues as a kid. Pronunciation, finding the right word. I did struggle with that as a kid. I've gotten better over the years, but every once in a while, when I'm really moving at a fast pace in a video and start really kind of like going at like breakneck, it will catch up with me. I will struggle to find the right word. And something like flame fruit. Like, actually try saying flame fruit, like at a decent speed. That's actually, at least for me, it's not easy. So Mera Mera no me is better. Anyway, we catch up to the actual rematch on the bridge. And it starts out the same. Sasuke and Haku are duking it out. Then Haku does the crystal ice mirror. And then Sasuke starts getting beaten to hell in there. Now, Naruto still comes in with the shuriken play. Should note, Naruto would have the ability to use his flames on things like his kunai and his shuriken. He should be able to use that and basically do like flaming projectiles. He wouldn't do this immediately, though. He's just trying to land a shot on Haku, which he does. And say, the number 1 hyperactive ninja is here. If he had just stayed hitting, he would have been far more effective. And then everyone just belittles him. No, it's that boy, one with the fire abilities. Zabuza, let me fight him my own way. No, you're still too soft, Haku. Now, Kakashi's thought initially is like, Naruto can't handle this kid in the original. Here, though, he probably actually thinks Naruto, I'm not sure, even with Naruto's abilities, I'm not sure he can take this kid. He's got more faith in Naruto because his abilities are a lot more impressive, but still, obviously, Sasuke just, throws the kunai as like, oh, I haven't forgotten you. Not for a moment. I'm sorry, Naruto. We'll have our fight soon. And so, he goes back into the mirrors. Now, initially, he attacks Sasuke. Initially, though, Naruto didn't have an ability that would have been able to do anything against the mirrors. Here, though, he does have the Mera Mera to me. So he says, hold on, it's ice. So, and just starts to try to hit up the ice. Now, this I think is very important to understand. Someone made a comment saying that Naruto's Mera Mera on me wouldn't do much against Haku's ice because they won't melt the fire. That's now actually, I'm going to find the exact statement because I think I know what you meant with that. Because against the level of firepower they had, at least that Sasuke had, that's true. So, but that's not to say they're fireproof. In fact, if you actually look at the mirrors, you did see that the fire did have some effect. You did see water dripping off the mirrors. It's just that between the density of the ice and the chakra that's infused in the ice, you're not going to be able to melt it with a standard fire style jutsu. You need something much more powerful to melt the ice, but the ice itself is not immune to fire. In fact, one sec, and I just want to see if I can find that comment that was actually made. It's not like it's because people give comments to try to give their input on how they think the story will go, or try to remind me. Okay, yeah. Someone made the comment of, not much will change in the bridge. Fire isn't doing anything to ice mirrors. It's not disrupting jutsu. This is shown within the show. Again, yes, the fireball jutsu didn't do really. Again, you could see there was some water, like it did melt a little bit of it, but again, the ice was too dense. It had chakra in there. However, the sheer amount of fire that Naruto has, given enough time, might do something. But the problem would be, is the sheer amount. He'd also be risking Sasuke at that point. And unfortunately, yes, I don't think Naruto at the moment does have the firepower under his belt. Plus, Ace has some nuts abilities too. Like, he literally can make, not a true sun, but basically a giant flame orb and fire it at someone. Essentially, he throws a sun at someone. Again, it's not a true sun. A true sun is not fire. I mean, it has fire, but it's more than that. But you get my point. Naruto doesn't have that ability yet, but he certainly has like more concentrated abilities. Like, say, shooting, instead of doing the bullets, he can kind of do like a flaming finger concentrated burst. That would be able to damage the ice mirror, I think. Unfortunately, when Naruto tries to burn, he just does like a ring of fire. It's like, I'm sorry, Naruto, your fire is impressive, but you'll need much more than that. That to melt my mirrors. Even if you were able to generate the flames necessary, would you really want to risk your friend? And Naruto realizes, crap, Sasuke. And then so he just comes in, no, Sasuke, don't worry, I stuck in here to rescue you. You, you idiot! You idiot! If you're in here, then no. I see. Well, so you've chosen the opposite. You chose to save your friend. Very admirable. But it's not enough, Naruto. Crystallized Spirit, and he starts firing the Senbon. The problem for Haku, though, is even though Naruto doesn't really have enough firepower to truly melt the ice, Naruto just, while Haku is attacking, just starts firing fireballs. It's not enough. And Haku's Senbon are just going right through Naruto. It's not, he doesn't have, it's like his ice really isn't actually all that good against Naruto either. Yes, his ice isn't initially going to be melted by the fire, but it's also not going to be able to put his flames out unless he's able to just encase Naruto and snuff out his flames, unless Naruto shuts his flames off. Then he's not going to be able to do much against Naruto in the traditional sense either. Now, a few things that got brought up. One, what was it? Someone brought up the balance out Logia. Well, I'm not going to do that. Let's see. You're kind of wondering. Ace died because, so someone mentions Ace died magma and it burns hotter than fire. Essentially, if Ace had awakened and had blue flames, he would have lived. I don't believe that's, no, I don't believe that's how that, again, I don't believe, yes, magma is hotter than fire, but that's not why he died. Ace, One Piece, hold on. Piece. The Mera Mera no Mi. Hold on, I'm looking at the Mera Mera no Mi right now. I want to be certain on that. Now, a lot of people did bring up that water in general can affect Devil Fruit users, but you need to be like waist deep in it for it to actually kind of start to affect you. Seawater seems to be the most potent, but any form of water can kind of immobilize or just have a negative effect on Devil Fruit users. So let me see your powers and abilities, the fruit, the Mera Mera no Mi. All right, Mera Mera no Mi. What's the primary weakness of this thing? That's what we're really looking at here. Usage, okay, strengths and weaknesses. There we go. When the power class was starting on Logia on equal ground, it seems to come into a stalemate. Either smoke or ice was able to succumb to the flames, which is good, which means Haku actually is not in a good spot against Naruto here. Now, again, the ice mirrors can't immediately be melted, sure, but yeah. The Mera Mera no Mi is inferior to the Mago Mago no Mi in terms of hierarchy. It's considered hotter than fire, allowing it to overwhelm. Okay, so I guess it is that. I guess that is the case. Okay, what? The magma can neutralize even the intangible and heat immunity of the Mera Mera, thus leading to it being burned and completely vulnerable. If the magma strikes the body of the user, it cannot be phased through like most other attacks, and the damage is inflicted. Okay, so it does. Okay, so you're right. That does say it's because it's hotter. I will admit, I don't like that explanation. That because from just like physics standpoint, because there is some level of like chemistry physics going on with Logia users because they are taking on the form of an element. I don't like that explanation. It would just make more sense that you can still say it's hotter, sure, but also the fact that it's a liquid. So you could have just said that. I don't actually like, but I guess it is because it's hotter. Okay. I think it's more likely it's a combination of both, but either way, I still would probably say, like, I still would not favor Naruto if he got like thrown into a waterfall and he was stuck in his Logia form. Mind you, he could probably ramp the heat up enough that it would work. By the way, someone brought up the fact that if his Devil Fruit awakened, it would be blue fire. That actually would probably be true. But to be fair, blue fire, I don't think burn. How hot is blue fire? I don't think blue fire burns hotter than magma. How hot is blue fire? Blue fire. How is blue fire? How hot is blue fire? Try that again. How hot is blue fire? There we go. So let's see here. In terms of basic, so blue fire is the hottest type of flame, ranging from 1400 to 1650 degrees Celsius, or basically 3000 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, how hot is magma? So magma ranges. Okay, so magma is actually much cooler than blue fire. Okay, blue fire is hotter. Okay. So in theory, yeah, if you were somehow to awaken a Logia at that fruit, then yeah. Which, by the way, I don't know if if you can awaken a Logia fruit, by the way. You can awaken a Zoan and you can awaken a Paramecium. I don't know if you can awaken a Logia. We just haven't seen it. My guess is you can. If you can awaken the other two, you should be able to awaken a Logia. The question would just be, how the hell do you awaken it? So back to the plot. So Naruto would. So it's kind of a stalemate with Haku and Naruto. Naruto's flames, while Sasuke is there, can't get as hot as he wants them to, just because he can't. And he could like make a continuous string of fire. Maybe he could years, but Haku can just restore them. Because that's the thing too. The problem for Sasuke, A, the fireball jutsu isn't strong enough, but B, he can't do a consistent string of flame to just keep the heat on to melt the mirror. Again, Haku will need something a lot hotter than that. So it's not that the mirrors are immune to fire. It's just that they need a lot more heat than what Sasuke could generate. Naruto, in theory, can generate that, but it would take a while, and he's still got to worry about Sasuke. But like I said, Naruto decides to go for a different plan and just, concentrates his shots into his hand, kind of what he did against Kakashi, if I remember. I did this in the part 1, where just kind of like, boom, it just instead of like, kind of like closes his hand, and the flame condenses, and eventually it almost goes a little white hot, then poof, he's now punching holes. Unfortunately, it's not quite like a laser. It's because I could see it being like, boom, he just does both hands, just whipping a white hot laser, and just, but no, he's and he's realizing because it's more like once he condenses it down, it goes, and Naruto's so he can't. It's not just moving; it's more. He'd have to be like, he'd have to be doing slow. But instead, just it's like he's punching holes in my mirror. It's like impressive, Naruto. But I wonder how long you can keep that up for, especially when the holes just start to seal up. Especially when I can keep this up all day, which though Haku can't. Haku, by the way, did have a very nice chakra reserve too. He says it takes a lot of chakra to use that technique, but for how long he was using it, it's clear Haku had a really solid chakra reserve. So Naruto's like, damn, and he does. He's firing the Senbon again, and now Naruto's also realizing I can dodge. I'm not hurt by the Senbon, but they're passing through me, heating up and hitting Sasuke. Like it's a double. Like this is actually a really bad fight for Naruto. Not if it were one-on-one, Naruto would actually probably win this fight just through sheer attrition alone. But the fact that he's got his friend and teammate there to have to defend, and the fact that the Senbon are hitting him and burning him too, is like Naruto actually basically says, I can't keep doing it, and he finally starts taking shots. I see, you figured it out. Your ability to turn into fire is dangerous indeed. I'd even argue in a battle of attrition you'd win, Naruto. But when my Senbons pass through, you're heating them up unintentionally. And there's only one place for them to go after that, your friend. So you realize that. And now this is where Sasuke's Sharingan starts to kick in. It's like, Naruto, he makes some clones, he makes the clones. Now the clones, they do go Mera Mera, so it's a little harder. And he doesn't realize that he can do that with the clones. Because Naruto probably didn't really do much of that with that Zabuza fight. Because doing it with the clones, even though it's inherent to his body, is still taxing. So when he hits Naruto, because that's what Haku did, he actually jumped through the mirrors. He wasn't throwing Senbons. He might have been slashing Naruto. He was hitting Naruto. So when he does that here, he actually ends up burning. Got you! Like the clone just bursts into flames, which is a technique Naruto can just flat out do, by the way. Burst, just flaming, exploding clones, which I wouldn't even think about that till just this moment, but yeah. So, and it actually takes Haku really off guard. It's like, grab him! But Haku's just like, and just uses water style, just like, and just comes in, just boom, hits Naruto again, knocks the remaining clones out, gets in there. But now Haku is hurt. It's like, he can make his clones fire too. I can't hit them. This isn't good. So I'm going to have to do something else. But he's getting tired. And yeah, unfortunately, Naruto is getting tired. Again, his Logia abilities are not instinctual yet. He still has to focus in on them. So, he aims at Sasuke again. He aims at Naruto. Basically, he does something where essentially Naruto can't. Sasuke's behind Naruto. It's like, crap, I gotta. And then Haku comes in for the attack. Sasuke comes in, takes the hit, throws Haku back. Naruto, though, is just Nice job, Sasuke. And it's like, and obviously he's not shouting at this point. Sasuke, why? I could have just turned in the fire. I could have just, you were gonna, but then you would have hit me. But then you got in the way anyway, you idiot. Guess you're rubbing off on me, idiot. Oh God. Don't let your dreams die. And this is the first time you've seen a friend die. Die in battle. It is the way of shinobi. Shut up. And then, like, all the steam. Like, I would think, by the way, in this fight, I can totally see Naruto, like, constantly having, like, steam coming off him. Because they got the mist there, so his body is naturally reacting to, like, the mist in the air. But, then more steam comes off and the flames start to come off. And now, this is one of those devil fruits that works really well in conjunction with Kurama. Like, the Gomu Gomu no Mi was also one that kind of worked really well. Just a rubber Kurama that like Naruto with Kurama power, you just wouldn't be able to hurt physically. That was, unless you had a blade or something. I've only also ever done the Kage Kage no Mi, which honestly was not a devil fruit that really was still a powerful devil fruit, but not a devil fruit that worked well within the think words here. In conjunction with Kurama's powers, at least not until he gained like full powers. Where I'm just talking about like base Kurama chakra Naruto. The flame fruit though, the Mera Mera no Mi though. Oh, that works very well with Kurama. So you not just get Naruto with the red chakra, you now got flames mixing in there. I'm gonna kill you. And just comes in. Poof. He is literally a flaming bullet of death with claws and teeth. And Haku's like, Haku can't do anything. I've got to wait. He's getting stronger by the minute. Now, and then he just tries to do the Senbone, but Naruto just has him phase through. Naruto at that point, the Fox Chakra alone was cracking the mirrors. You combine the flame fruit, the Mera Mera no Mi in there, and he just incinerates the majority of the mirrors before coming in. Boom! Punching him straight out of the mirror. Well, not out of the mirror. He grabs him and honestly, there's a good chance he just straight out kills Haku here. Like, straight out. I will say this. Haku, because there's still mist in the air and the ice is there and Haku's mask is there, I think he mortally wounds Haku. But Haku, like, because he's got a flaming fist and kind of just engulfs his head. Haku's burned, he's charred, but that mask saved the majority of his face, probably. Because even that mask also, like, took the brunt of that shot. It cracked and broke, but it took the brunt of that shot. So I could still see Haku being alive, but between the burns and the sheer power of that attack, which would basically be a punch, then boom, fire blast with Kurama chakra. Yeah, he's alive, but he's on death's door now. Like, mind you, he's going to basically allow himself. He's basically saying, Naruto, finish me off. That's what's going to be. Naruto comes in and flaming claws come off him. And then finally, it's you? It was you all along? Why do you stop? Why do you hesitate? You've already won, Naruto. I'm already dying, I can tell. Just finish me. Why won't you just finish me off, Naruto? And then they have their conversation. Now, admittedly, Naruto knows that, and Kazaku's flat out said, I'm mortally wounded. I'm not coming back from this. Just finish me off, Naruto. But Naruto just can't comprehend him working for Zabuza and everything that's gone on with this. It's like, why? Why? Someone treats not a tool. I had a feeling about you. We're a lot alike, I'm sure you know. And you're sure about this? I am. Fine. And so Naruto I don't think Naruto's going to use his flames here. I think he's just going to finish him off with his blade still. Because he's also tired as hell at this point. It's for Sasuke because he also had a dream. And then, Haku's just like, grabs him. Strike two, Naruto. And, sorry, Naruto. I'm not quite ready to die yet. It's like I've still got one less thing to do. And not Haku is, again, breathing his last breath. And so, poof, he just takes the Chidori. And then, obviously, he dies. Gato shows up. Naruto rips into him. Zabuza. Now Naruto probably could still handle them, the mercenaries, but again, Naruto's tired out too. Even with the way his double fruit powers work, like he still can like we could probably pot shot him. But I would say it's very hard for him to shift into intangible form right now. But Haku goes on a rampage, or Zabuza goes on a rampage, takes out Gato. I guess we'll have to take what we want from that village then. And then obviously everyone comes in. Naruto makes some clones, throws some fire on there. Kakashi makes some clones too, which by the way, I believe Kakashi maybe had only a couple shadow clones in there. He actually he just had Genjutsu clones, like standard clones in there, to scare the crap out of people. And so the day ends. They win. Sasuke he still survives. And it's like, I would do something with you. Hey, that was a private conversation, Naruto. Oh, stop it, Sakura. Now, I think we'll end it off a little bit into the Chunin exams. First off, they get they have the day off. It's like, boss, you promised you'd play ninja with us. Oh, yeah, I promised that, didn't I? Ninja. It's like, ninja playing ninja? That's so twisted. And obviously all that happens. It's like, she's your girlfriend, right? You can tell she's really crazy about me. And it's like, and then smacks Naruto, who again isn't wanting to hurt Sakura by turning into fire, so he openly does not turn into fire around her when she's going to hit him. At least not until maybe Shippuden, where she'd be able to heal herself. But then hits Konohamaru, she chases after him, and they run into Kankuro. Kankuro is literally on my top 10 dumbest moments list, so we're going to move past that. I try not to belabor the point. But here's the thing, Naruto is like, okay, Naruto says, like, put him down. Like, and then, by the way, I could totally see Naruto having a hat like Ace. I think that is kind of something he maybe has just for his appearance. He probably also keeps his shirt, his vest, his coat open, kind of just more like vest style. Maybe honestly, he just goes bare chested after a while. Maybe just kind of goes more Luffy style. I like the idea. He's a ninja. Although he's a ninja, he should wear a mesh, but he can turn into. That's true. That's the fair thing here. This is the first Logia we get him. It's very possible I actually like the idea of him being more kind of Luffy style, because there's no reason for him to actually wear the ninja mesh. So as I said, and Naruto maybe just fires a warning shot from his finger, just and kind of like, what? It's like, I said, and he's got some flames coming on. Put him down now. It's like, you. It's like, and even Tamaru's like, fire style. Interesting. But he's what? He's wrapped up in fire. His clothes are on fire too, but they're not burning. What type of jutsu is this? And Naruto just comes in. I said, he just kind of rushes in with flames because he can boost his physicality with flames too. Put him down. It's like you. And he tries to use the string. And Naruto can. Here's the thing: because of what the nature of the devil fruits are in this world, there is chakra involved to some degree. Although Naruto is more turning himself into a real element, but because chakra is energy, Naruto does feel the chakra thread pass through his legs. And Kankuro suddenly freaks and like, what? It's like, I said. It's like, and then Naruto, I said, and he's only got the flames up. Put him down now. And he's like, and he's like, I got you, Konohamaru. It's like, thanks, boss. And Naruto finally puts him down. It's like you little. I don't know who you think you are, you love rat. I'm Naruto Uzumaki, and who the hell are you? And then he basically gets out and says, you want to go? And all of a sudden, he just gets like he gets a shot in the temple. What the? Say, hey, you heard him. Get lost. It's like, you, another kid to piss me off. Oh, maybe I should just take you on right now. I said I wouldn't reiterate, but I just need to always point out how dumb is Kankuro in this scene. This entire scene. Like, oh my God, you are in someone else's village, the arguably strongest village in the land. You are guests in that village. You are there basically on a visa. You're allowed to be there. You are picking a fight with a random person that you're not even aware is the grandson of the Hokage. And then you said, I'm just going to beat up random ninja in the village. Like Gaara was not wrong when he said, you're an embarrassment to our village. No, dude, you are a legitimate embarrassment right now as a ninja. Not just to his village, as a ninja. And so he stopped Kankuro the Pebble, and this guy, Kankuro's abilities didn't even have any effect on him. We should be going, wait, who are you? It's like, I'm Gaara of the desert. I'm curious about you two as well. Sasuke Uchiha, Naruto Uzumaki. It's a pleasure to have met you. We'll see you again. Obviously, it sounded like, that sand ninja's pretty scary, and the Uchiha brat's not bad either. But then there's that kid with that kid in the orange. Looks like there's some real competition. And so we'd skip that, and then we'd skip basically going into the written exams, and we'll end right before the forest death. I think that's a good place to end. Obviously, they go in. Sasuke says, "Put that genjutsu, whatever." And Neji's like, "I don't care about you, Naruto. Let's go." But they square up with Rock Lee and Neji a little bit, and then Neji, wait, you are Sasuke Uchiha. I wish to fight you. Wait, you want to fight me? No, right now I don't want to fight Uchiha. And Naruto's, no, Naruto does still have the little bit of the, not ego trip, inferiority complex to Sasuke, because everyone just is obsessed with Sasuke. Absolutely. I also say this, Sasuke might be also learning water jutsu. His affinity is actually for lightning and fire, but we know he can learn other jutsu too. Sharingan user can just copy jutsu. So it's actually possible he's picked up a couple water jutsu to basically compete with Naruto, because Naruto is solely fire right now. Yes, he also has wind jutsu too. Now, someone asked, what is wind jutsu? His natural affinity increase and bolster his ability to use fire? Yes, but not like naturally. What I mean by that is he'd have to use his wind jutsu in conjunction with his flames or his wind chakra. But as soon as he learns to use wind chakra, yes, in theory, he can actually bolster his flames beyond that, I would imagine. So Sasuke probably does have like just he probably went to Kakashi. I want to learn some water jutsu. So he's got that, I can't remember the name of it, what the water jutsu. He's probably also learned like the water wall jutsu, like what Kakashi used against Kasame or Itachi and Kasame, and probably just the Raging Torrent jutsu. So he's probably got those under his belt, at least to compete with Naruto, because he doesn't want to be falling behind. But Naruto's inferiority with Sasuke is still probably there. It's tempered a bit because Naruto knows just how strong he is. Like, he in theory knows he could roast Sasuke anytime he wants. But the fact that people still, because he knows how strong he is, and people still want to, go to him, not go to Sasuke, not him, pisses off. So I get him first. Go for it. And it's like, ah! And again, he bolsters his speed. And Lee plays, he's using some sort of fire juice to bolster his speed. However, and Naruto's like, what? And he tries to come again. This time, just he misses Lee's kick, or misses kicking Lee. But the minute Lee tries to end the fight, it's like, what? And then just, sorry, you're gonna have to try better than that. And Lee just tries, you're turning yourself into fire? What type of technique is this? And so now Lee, see, this is a scenario where Lee cannot beat Naruto normally. He has to catch Naruto off guard. It will be by the end of the Chunin exams, Naruto will be able to just instinctively do it. Naruto still has to consciously do it, but it's getting better and better. It's like a muscle. You got to practice with it, and so it becomes a reflex. But still, and then Lee feigns an attack to Naruto's face, only to hit him, only to basically kind of sweep his legs. To which Naruto wasn't focused on that. Just, and Naruto kind of goes twirling a bit. Damn it! And Lee's got not true burns, but he's definitely got singes on him because Lee's moving so fast that he's probably offsetting the heat. Because momentum will do that. You can actually move through a fire and not get burned if you're moving fast enough. I mean, you got to be moving really fast, but you can still do that. So Lee's, I must admit, you're definitely more interesting than I gave you credit for, Naruto. But like I said, you're not the one I'm interested in right now. And then Sasuke and Lee have their fight. Now, Lee's actually a little bit more tired out in this fight, so Sasuke has a better shot in this fight. He still loses, but he does land a certain amount of hits in on Lee now. And then the turtle comes in, Guy comes in, disciplines Lee, which again, Lee, that was kind of like, wow, that was stupid. And also you were about to use the hidden lotus on him. Like, what the kid? Like, what the fuck? Mind you, Guy probably should not have taught you that jutsu, but whatever. Like, Kakashi never kind of pointed out That was really irresponsible of you. Especially at what we see happens to Lee later on. If it wasn't for Tsunade, Lee would have been crippled the rest of his life. So really, that really was irresponsible of a guy. But it is what it is. And so we get to the basic end of this part where they meet up with everyone. Naruto says, "I'm going to be every last one of you." And, you know, it says, "It's good to see you again, Naruto," all that. Nothing really changes in that scenario. Also, Naruto's fruit does not help him in cheating. So, unless he decides to increase the heat in the room and constantly make everyone sweat and then came and be like, let's see here. No. And so they go, it's the Forest of Death. He still gets the cut in the cheek from Anko again. He can't do it on a reflex yet, wasn't expecting it. And so they get ready for the Forest of Death. And so that's where we're going to join. That's where we're going to start from next time. Until then, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.